There are some additional things in loops and continue statement. Break statement in a loop causes the loop to exit immediately. So whatever we are doing in a loop, so for example, you have like a series of lines of codes. As soon as the break statement encounters, the loop is terminated, and then the next set of instructions will start executing. Continue statement in a loop causes an immediate jump to the loop's header statement. Let me pull up the whiteboard to explain what do I mean by that. So suppose we have, let's say, for loop, and the variable name is, let's say, a in, and if I say range, let's say 10. So first of all, what do I mean by this? Range 10. It will generate a sequence containing elements from 0 to 9, right? And in every iteration, it will be assigning these value. From in the first iteration, it will assign a value 0 to a. The second one will be assigned. Okay, so let's say what we are doing is print a. Okay, and what will happen? Let's say rather than having 10, let's say it is 5. Okay, so what will be the output here? Output would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Agreed? Now suppose we have another statement. If, let's say, a equal 2, then I do break. Okay, and instead of having print a statement here, I would put this statement, let's say, here. Okay, so this is my code. So it first checks for the condition. If a equals 2, then break, otherwise print the value. Okay, so now the output would become, what do you think? During the first iteration, what will be the output? It will print 0, right? It will then print 1, and then when the value of a becomes 2, here, it will, this condition satisfy, it will break, it will execute this instruction. What do I mean by break? The output will be terminated. I mean, this entire loop will be terminated. And for example, if you have like some series of instructions here, some series of instructions here, or could be like whatever, x equals 2 or 3 or whatever. These instructions are outside this loop. Okay, so it will terminate for loop immediately, and it starts executing the next instructions which are outside the for loop. Okay, get it? So break statement, as soon as the break statement is encountered, the loop is terminated. So the loop was terminated after printing values 0 and 1. Okay, any question? Now if I replace this break statement with continue statement, let's say if I use continue statement here. So what will happen? Again, we are running this code. First thing first, 0 will be printed, 1 will be printed. When a equals 2, this condition satisfy. The continue statement will bypass all the instructions that are written down below. It will bring the control at the beginning. Okay, which means that the remaining instructions written in this in this iteration will be skipped, will not be executed. Okay, what will execute is now the next iteration of the loop is executed. which means the a value of a will be incremented now to value 3, and then 4 will be printed. So 2 is completely skipped, 2 is not printed. It did not terminate the loop, it jumps back to the start of the loop. Okay? Any question? Let me give you a demo, maybe it will be more clear and you can follow along with me. So let's say this. So let's create a new file here. Break continue const demo .py. Okay, again we have for, let's say a equals 2, b equals 3, for I in range, let's say 10. Okay, and then what I'm doing is first checking condition if I equals let's say 5, break, otherwise print I. Okay, so in this branch structure I'm using only if statement, there is no else thing. I can consider including else as well. Okay, so let me execute Python 3 break. So what would be the output here? 0 1 2 3 4. Okay, if I just remove this thing, it will simply be printing, sorry, I did not save it. So you see, it print everything by including this thing. It printed until the value 4, and then it breaked out of the loop. Maybe I can include the statement here, let's say print I am out of loop. Okay, so you can see it printed until 4. As soon as it encounters break statement after this condition was satisfied, then it come out of the loop and start executing the next instruction which are declared out of the loop. Okay, let's replace this with continue. So what do you think, what should be the output? Again, whatever we are doing is we are actually practicing for the exam. Yeah, the whole range except 5, because as soon as it encounters this condition, as soon as this condition satisfy, it will execute this statement continue. So continue means it will not execute anything written down below, it will jump to the next iteration. Okay, so let's see. First of all, let me clear, and you see 0 1 2 3 4 5 is skipped, and then 6 7 8 9, and after executing the entire thing, it is out of the loop. Is it making sense? Clear? Any question? Again, if you have any question, please get it clarified, because you may expect similar kind of things in your exam. It will not be, you will not be asked to, write or bigger, you will not be given a bigger range of numbers, but it could be similar kind of thing. Very small thing that you should be able to analyze and determine what would be the output. Okay.